Morning. I thought I would come on. It's been a while since I've done a 12 by 12, so I was digging through my stash, and these cards kind of inspired this layout along with these pictures. So I'm basically going to try to use a few different things. So the plan is to mat this cream colored paper on the red and then lay these out in kind of a grid, I guess. Something like that, maybe. And then throw in a couple of little embellishments. I also want to try to use these summertime thickers. They've been sitting in my stash for a really long time. I was thinking maybe the XOXO and the Love. We'll see how we go. I also pulled these because even though they're a slightly different font, they're still shiny. And I pulled these little red tiles because, as you can see, they're falling off. So if I can put them to use today, I will. And if not, then I may just cut them out and throw them in the garbage. And I pulled some little red glittery hearts, which I'm having the same problem with. Their stick is leaving them. So that's the plan. I'm going to go off camera and cut some things down, and I'll be right back. Off camera, I cut this down to an 11 by 11 square, and I'm thinking I want to kind of match the rounded corners. I don't love rounded cornered journaling cards, which is why I don't tend to use them in my project life. I just kind of I like the clean look that the squared corners give, but I don't have a corner rounder that would match this angle, so here's a bit of a hack. If you have the We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch board, this little side right here will allow you to round corners. It's intended to round the corners on envelopes, but as you can see, it's doing a fine job. And so this, even though the corners aren't going to be the same. Oh, I messed that one up. Even though the corners are actually pretty well the same. That's kind of good enough for me. So I'm going to stick this down and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is where we're at. I think when I printed these off, these pictures, I printed them on my Canon Selfie and I printed them with a border. And when I cut them out, they're just a smidge smaller than I'd like them to be. So I may actually mat these with white cardstock and then glue everything down. So I'll be right back. So I matted each of the pictures. This one is my favorite. And I'm going to glue these down. So I'll put you on fast forward. Okay. So that's that. Let's see if I can figure out what my title is going to be. Might be a really boring love you. It might be, not sure. I think I should probably put this somewhere first. Here's another hack for you. I've been trying, as probably as crazy as this sounds, I've been trying not to use a lot of foam in my projects because I don't find it holds up really well. So instead of using foam, you can just use little scraps of cardstock and glue them so that when you're putting something like this on top of a couple of layers of paper, it's all sitting relatively level. And I learned that from Jess Crafts. She makes cards, and I think it's a brilliant way to use up some of your scraps, especially when it's just like plain cardstock that you don't really know what else to do with. It's also great to use up those colors that aren't your go-to colors. So you just do a little something like this. And now when I tape it down, or glue it down, more than likely, when I glue it down, it'll just lay flat, which will be great because I don't really want to make this album really thick. I'm not really sure if I'm going to have a lot of room in it because I'm doing 52 weeks and I'm including a couple of these 12 by 12 style layouts as well. So I don't want to make it overly thick. Okay. I don't know if I should just do some journaling here or maybe work on the title. I'm going to work on the title. I'll be right back. So I thought I would come on and show you how I often end up altering stickers and thickers to fit my title. So I want this to say Peanut Butter Kong because this little guy loves his peanut butter Kong. But as you can see, this is not a T and this is not an E. So I'm just going to go in. Sorry if my head gets in the way. And I'm going to see if I can just kind of use some of my white pens and just add a little line. Up close, this will not be perfect, but from a distance, you wouldn't necessarily know the difference. Let me see if I can let that dry. Maybe go over it one more time so it's a little bit more opaque. In the meantime, I will probably work on my title. And I'm thinking it's going to be You Love Your and then Peanut Butter Kong. All right, I will be back. So I'm swapping out the Dear Lizzie alphabet for the Remarks alphabet. When I put them together, I felt like these letters are just a little bit thicker than the love, and I felt like it might take away from it. So these are just flat stickers, so you can watch me fight with this title. Okay, so I guess I just need to do some embellishing now. And I've got these little hearts, but I'm thinking if I can find some other, like maybe dog themed stickers, I may include those as well, because I mean, where else are you going to use dog themed stickers but on a dog page? Not loving this. This is not turning out as I had hoped, but I think I'm just going to have to leave it. All right, I'm going to go on the hunt for some dog stickers, and I'll be right back. I think I mentioned these pockets in a previous video, but I have a few of them kind of organized by theme. Some of these obviously just don't fit. I might be able to cut this out. And what have we got in here? I forgot about these cards. Don't really think I'm going to use these today. I feel like it's going to be already very word heavy. Those are just cards. I'm definitely not using ribbon. I might cut this out. It's getting a bit word heavy. I may change my mind. Ooh, I could cover that. That might be an option. It's not quite big enough. But if I put a little something there, that could work. doke. I'm going to put a couple of little hearts, I think. So I'm going to need one to cover up this spot right here. Wow, even my stickers are falling apart. They're so old. That's not good. Okay. I think I might have to put a little bit of glue right there. And let's put a heart here. Oh wow, they are falling apart. Guess it's good that I'm putting them on a page. Sorry if you can hear the doggies in the background. This one has the zoomies. All right, I think I'm going to call this done. I could keep adding hearts and get crazy carried away with it, but I'm going to stop. I did put a little bit of a dent in my heart stash. I might put a couple. It's like at that point where if I add too much more, it's going to be too much. But I'm going to see if I can maybe make some sort of a diagonal line this way. Use up a couple of the extra things. Maybe one more of these, since there's only one more in the pack. And I guess it's going to be him. Okay, I think that's it. I'm done. So here is my February 12 by 12 layout. And yeah, see if I can get it a little closer to the camera for you. Those letters at the bottom didn't turn out 100%, but I think I'm going to leave them because the more I fuss with them, the worse it gets. So, all right, folks, that's it for me for today. Thanks for coming to hang out with me, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and try to use your stash. I will see you again next video. Bye for now.